Hi everybody, welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Review.
Today we are reviewing
A Heidelberg Holiday,
starring Gina Claire Mason and Frederic Brossier.
This was written and directed by McLean Nelson, who we love.
We love McLean.
We've had comment on a few of our videos in the past, so this is awesome for him. Some other credits include Haul Out the Holly, Hidden Gems, Presence of Love. I mean, you know how I feel about Presence of Love.
I do.
Love it. Love it. Bawled my eyes
let's
out.
see how it fares up. So, what's this one about?
Heidi heads to the Heidelberg Christmas market to sell her hand-painted ornaments. While there, she falls for a local artisan who helps her reconnect with her lost heritage.
Lost heritage?
I mean, does he really do that?
I mean, it was her first time there, and her last name is literally the name of the city, so yeah.
Too many H's.
Definitely. I mean, Heidi Heidelberg.
Maybe that's a nit. We'll save that
Heidi
for later.
Heidelberg is...
Heidi
It's a
Heidelberg.
phonetically fun name.
Oh my gosh.
And they definitely poked fun at
Yeah, they
it in
did.
the movie.
They did.
So what do you think?
Okay, so first and foremost, I love when Hallmark takes us somewhere far away. You know, they're very good at destination movies. I especially like when they take us to Europe. We've been to Vienna, we've been to Rome, we've been to Greece, and here we are in Heidelberg, Germany. So that's
willkommen in Heidelberg.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
Of course, the scenery is beautiful. Like, some shots actually look very cinematic, lots of drone photography, shots of epic castles, very majestic.
Yeah, I especially loved the overall look of the film. Very well done. All the indoor shots had this nice, like, golden, misty flair to them, and I loved the outdoor drone shots and some of the framing in the wide shots of the city. Very easy film to look at. Also, considering there was, like, a bunch of buildings that were, like, war-torn, and they still managed to make it look pretty beautiful.
Sure. I also thought the Christmas spirit was alive and well, and it seemed very authentic and very based in faith. I think I mentioned to you while we were watching it. There's a lot of church and religion.
It very much
very
is.
appropriate for
It very much
where they
is
are.
in Europe, yeah.
Exactly, so it was very appropriate.
Yeah, well done with the faith inclusion without coming off preachy.
Yeah.
Like, it was all over the place, but it felt natural.
What else was good? The artwork, in particular, the ornaments were quite lovely, and of course, they used the 12 days of Christmas, and we love that, seeing as that's our grading scale for our Christmas meter, so that was cool to see that.
How come no one ever talks about the 13th day of Christmas?
Oh, I didn't even know. Wait, 13 days? What is it?
Boxing Day. 13 empty boxes.
No. And something very cool in regards to that Hallmark did was approach a designer on Instagram who actually makes art glass items. So Hallmark commissioned these 12 ornaments to be used in this movie.
That's very cool. And you can also buy that set here for a mere $860 or 630 US. PTV, we're looking at you guys.
Exactly, yeah. Well, you know, it's art, it's handcrafted, it's glass. Yeah, it's Christmas.
Might be a cool one to collect. It'd be easier if you could collect them one by one.
Yeah. And I will say, I liked the resolution that came out of the devastation of having all of Heidi's hard, beautiful artwork be destroyed. That's devastating. And, you know, I thought it was a creative solution to the predicament. I do wish we could have gotten a better look at some of the finished mosaic art pieces that they did, because some of them, I couldn't tell if they looked good or not, if it was just like a mess.
It was in structure a hack job, right? They were literally...
Well, yes, but
it was a nice touch with the literal picking up the pieces and not giving up mantra.
Yes.
And, you know, she was kind of being a spoiled
I liked
brat.
the symbolism of picking up the pieces.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Putting it together. So, okay. Despite all of these nice things that we've mentioned, the cinematography, the art, all of that, the story itself for me was just okay. I was a little underwhelmed. I wasn't in love with anything in particular here. I tried to engage with it the best I could, but I was drifting to other things in my mind while watching it, and I feel like I was more enchanted by the idea of this, by the premise of this, than the actual execution.
Interesting. I mean, I thought the story was great and like perfectly quaint as a standalone, single location, cozy film. You can almost feel that McLean like went there at some point in his life and was just so like enamored by the city that he wrote a story around it. And the magic and history of Heidelberg as itself was like a nice little nest. It still feels like the small town comfort people look for in Hallmark movies. And sure, the story didn't go too deep or anywhere too unexpected, but I feel that like the simplicity and restraint perfectly suited the story and characters here. I don't really know where it could have gone further. if you like the idea of the story, it was fully fleshed out as that story.
I wasn't emotionally invested in the characters. I know something awful happened to her, and I did feel that emotion when that happened on screen. I was like, oh, finally, some tension, some conflict, something to be invested in. Otherwise, I just, it was just nice. It was just like something to follow along with.
Well, yeah, that's.
And I wanted to feel more. I wanted to be whisked away, and I was because of the scenery. Like, it's another case of relying on the surroundings and the beautiful scenery to help, build up a mediocre story.
Yeah,
and
but the surroundings and the scenery were the story.
No.
Like completely, like that was the story. If you're looking for something,
yes.
if you're looking for something else in this movie, you're just looking for a different movie.
No, in large part it was a big part of the story, but you can't just rely on it. I think it just relied.
It wasn't just relying on it.
No,
there was lots of character development in the story.
No.
The story sat as it was.
I expected more. I just expected more. I wasn't enchanted. I want to be enchanted when I'm taken to these beautiful places in Europe, like Heidelberg, Germany, that have Christmas markets. I just didn't feel as enchanted and as whisked away as I wanted to be. That's all.
What's your suggestion?
I don't know. Write a better story. Write a better story.
It's a bad,
suggestion.
No,
overall, the film, it was very Christmassy. It was very family-oriented. It had some endearing moments, and it's worth a watch. I didn't hate it. I just thought it could be so much more.
I'm happy where this one landed.
Okay, then that's fine, and that's great.
Should we get to performances?
Yeah. Frederic Brosier, who is new to Hallmark, I believe. I thought he was quite charming in this. I thought he did a good job. He was the standout for me. He played the role of Lucas, with as much restraint as I think he could without being too subtle. He still had to be like peppy and a leading man, and it was never annoying to me. And I just I liked seeing him on screen. It made me happy when I saw him.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
I really liked him too, and he's one of the better Euro mark men we've seen in a while. But the standout for me was Gina Claire Mason.
Yes, you liked her. Yeah.
I didn't like her a lot. I wasn't sure what her actual style is, since we've only seen her in last year's period piece, right?
Which I love.
Yeah, but I thought she transitioned into the current timeline well, but at the same time it still felt classic and wholesome. She easily could have been a Minnesota housewife from the 50s and it would have been the same thing because of the history of the town. It didn't feel updated, but that's not the movie. If anything, I would love to see her in a very modern role next.
I will shout out to the German Postal Service worker here, because he was quite funny. Actually, both were quite funny.
The one that looked like Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yes, it was a great comedic gag. First to have it be the same guy all the time, and then to be so adamant about how good the German Postal Service is. I mean, every single time he had to put that in.
All of the lines from a bunch of different people where they're kind of taking shots at the U.S., I really liked that. It was is that how you do that? There was one line where Claire, or whatever her name is, says is that how you see us? It's yeah, that's how the whole world sees you. And the Doug in the U.S. office was also funny. I'm pretty sure that was in Germany though, and he's German.
Probably, yeah.
So should we get to Nit Picky, Hit Picky?
Let's do it. So a nit. Okay, why oh why would you choose to have the cheapest, most convenient, most sketchy sounding postal service to send your precious ornaments to Europe to? Why? Pay to have them shipped with you on the plane.
I felt that was a believable part in a stupid American making a stupid choice. Exactly. I'm going to save a couple bucks, and it's you're an idiot.
You don't do that with something that means so much to you, that you've put so much blood, sweat, and tears in.
It was really dumb, but I don't think it really qualifies as a nit because so many people would do that. So many people.
It's just dumb.
And it was necessary, it produced some of the film's most comedic moments, and it was definitely the drama,
and the conflict and the tension.
So it was a big part of the story, and it's people make mistakes, especially People
yeah.
trying to save money.
I know.
But I'm also going to hop on that Nit and say that she packed her precious ornaments super haphazardly. Like when they opened the boxes, it was literally like from what we could see, it was like 2 handfuls of packing peanuts and a bunch of loose glass balls. Like what the hell did you think was going to happen?
There's got to be better option.
You could have had cardboard, like just cardboard cutouts so that they could sit in and they wouldn't have just smashed together.
Yeah.
Like, just super fail.
You have to pack them like eggs. Did she not pack them in those little,
No,
like,
it seemed like she was just looking in like a box
Because
with
she
like
packed
packing peanuts and just like random like balls rolling around that are made of
Okay,
glass.
well then that
like,
doesn't make even more sense because
So dumb.
she took the samples that she brought with her on the plane.
in
She
the
packed
briefcase.
them in
But
the briefcase
those are
like eggs.
Yeah, but those are the display ones. They can't, at least that made sense. If you had enough briefcases,
You think the ones
could
you're
just ship
selling-
those. It would have been a lot more money. But yeah, it's
Doesn't
expensive.
matter. For something like this, you shell it out. You shell it.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
That is a real Nit.
Yeah.
Nit, she left her booth too much.
Yeah, there was one point where they
She was
were
only in
kind
the
of
booth twice.
They were
The very
sightseeing.
beginning and the very end.
Yeah, and didn't I say to you, I'm like, wait, she's been away from her booth for a really long time.
But that was actually the other message of the movie. It was like, relax, this isn't America. You don't need to hard sell people, and that's where the whole soft sell thing came from. So the whole part of her leaving the booth, even though this is one of my nits, was impertinent to the story as well because it gave them the dates, it gave them time together.
I didn't buy it. I just felt it was a bit too like, oh, we can't keep her at her booth the whole time, so for the story, let's have her somewhere else.
Kind of, but
I understand you have to do, but
it still fit the theme and the mantra of the movie, so it technically.
I didn't like that though. I didn't like it. Okay, a hit. The cameo. Did you see the cameo? We have
We spotted it.
a Jonathan Bennett cameo here. We love him so much.
Jonathan Bennett and his husband.
And his husband. Did they actually fly him out to Germany for literally 4 seconds of
Zero
on-screen time?
Zero chance. I'm sure him and his husband had were either on vacation there or had a.
Yeah, maybe the timing worked out for them.
Yeah, I'm sure they were just in Europe or something,
Yeah.
or filming something else nearby.
Yeah.
Because it was. But anyways, question for Group A: does that make this film not family friendly?
What, just the presence of Jonathan Bennett?
You'd be not surprised.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah,
That's awful.
People are awful.
Oh my god. Okay, I guess this is a hit because like now I'm really into this Belschnickel guy.
I hope he's in every movie now. At least the reference.
That would be a really funny ongoing gag if like Belschnickel made an appearance in every Hallmark Christmas movie going forward. I mean, I know that'd be a bit tiring,
Why not?
obviously.
I mean, Hallmark knows what they're doing. They schedule these movies that have little Easter eggs. It's like, oh, this one has a
Sure.
reference to that. Let's just put them side by side. It'll be funny. I always catch these things in Hallmark movies, so the programmers are doing something intentionally, very minimally, but. Anyways.
We're just coming off of the Christmas Island review, and obviously Andrew Walker was Belschnickel
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if it's coincidence.
I don't know. I now I feel very well versed, but I will say that I'm drawn more towards the Dwight Schrute interpretation of Belschnickel.
Yeah, of course. I think
he's hilarious.
everybody is.
So good, so good.
All right, well, let's pull up the Christmas meter.
All right.
Wicked.
I am going to give a Heidelberg Holiday 7 swans of swimming.
Seven swans.
They've just been okay for me. I'm just expecting more. I want
Well,
more whimsy.
I
I
can
want more
see
magic.
that this
I want
isn't
more,
like knock it out of the park.
I want more emotion. I want to feel powerful emotion. I want to be transcendent. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong
And I don't
market.
want that. I want variety, and this one fit perfectly well in the role of what we've seen so far. And I'm
loved
going
it.
to give a Heidelberg Holiday 10 Lords of Leaping.
Wow.
Well, you also have to reference the other movies we've watched.
Definitely worth a watch.
And if you watch the movie the second time, you might catch a little more. You want to bring down the list?
Here we go. The list.
A Christmas Party.
Yes.
All is the festives.
Ice skating.
No.
No.
Tree decoration.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They even broke their tradition of setting up on the 24th and set up the tree earlier.
Yeah, I like that.
So
That
Heidi
seems-
could have her tradition.
That seems so dumb, setting up on the 24th. It's like, okay, Christmas is done, kill the tree. I don't know.
Well, too, yeah.
Santa,
Definitely.
technically.
A hot beverage.
Yeah.
Yes.
A snowball fight or snowman.
No.
9.
Christmas market. Well, the main location was the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas caroling.
Well, they did sing.
Yeah. Okay.
A carol.
We're changing this
Oh,
category. Sorry.
Tannenbaum.
A Christmas carol. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
we're changing the category.
Yeah.
It makes it more
You don't have to be outside of someone's door actually singing.
You just
carol.
gotta sing it.
You just gotta sing a carol. Yes. Mistletoe kiss.
9.
Are you German now?
Well, yeah, I know. Character obsessed with Christmas.
I'm gonna say no.
No. Yeah, nobody was over the top, I guess. But everybody.
A holiday tradition. Definitely.
Yeah. And Christmas magic.
I'm saying no.
9.
No. Okay. I thought maybe you were gonna pull out a yes somewhere
no,
there.
Only funny yeses for that.
Okay. Well, let us know what you thought of a Heidelberg Holiday.
Where did it rate on the Christmas meter for you?
Am I being too harsh? I feel like I've been harsh lately, but I just feel like my expectations have not been met. So I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Time to go to GIC, bro.
No, never. Oh my God, never.
But yeah, let us know what you thought of this, and we'll see you next episode.
Very
I
soon.
don't know what the next review is. What's tonight?
I forget.
Should look at.
Look it up where?
Oh, good point. Yeah. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next episode.
Bye.